Hello and welcome to Gaelic Football Views on CavanTV.com.
What are you up to?
On tonight's show, we'll be taking a look back at Cavan ladies' third win in a row. We have the results from the Breffni League. We'll be looking ahead to St. Pat's McCrory semi-final against Omagh.
And we also have details of the first ever Mick Higgins Memorial Series. We'll also be previewing Cavan's next league game against Down, up in Down.
Yeah, we will indeed, exactly. Up and down.
And down.
Down and up, up and down.
Yeah, up and down.
No, it's actually not up and down.
Oh no, it's down.
It's up in Breffni Park. It's up in Breffni Park.
Oh, the ladies' one is up and down.
That's it. That's it. We knew we heard that before, so we did. We start off though with the Breffni League, which is the first competition that's taken place this year at adult football in Cavan, and it started off Saturday evening, I believe. Some of these games were played, but we'll start with Division 1A. Castlerahan were taking on Kingscourt, who of course are the league champions, All County Football League champions of 2014, taking on the 2013 champions. So Castlerahan came out on top here though, scoreline of 1 goal and 8 points to Kingscourt's 5 points. That was in Ballygym stuff.
Yeah, beating championship finalists by 6 points. You know, it's a good win for Castlerahan. But it's early in the year yet, so it is.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Next game saw Lacken taking on Coothill. This game was played down in Lacken, and Lacken lost this by the narrowest of margins against the newly promoted Coothill. It was 11 points to Lacken, 1 goal and 9 to Coothill.
Old phrase.
Goals win games.
The third game saw Rammer taking on Ballyhaise. You might as well get comfortable, Mickey. And the home side here, Rammer came away with a 4-point victory, 1 goal and 10 points to Ballyhaise, 1 goal and 6, who are still without a manager.
Still looking for a manager, yeah.
But
still looking
from
for
what
a
I've heard, they have a few people that are looking for it, that are keen for the job. They're just narrowing it down. They want to make the right decision, not the rush decision.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, they want to rush a little bit, so they want to
make the right decision quickly.
Yeah. Exactly. And then the next game saw Ballina, 2013 county champions, taking on the 2014 county champions, Cavan Gales, and this one ended up in a draw, 13 points apiece. This game was played down in Ballina, so looks like probably the most exciting game of all of them by the looks of things.
Yeah, definitely. There was good scoring anyway, and it's funny actually. I was talking to one of the younger players from Cavan Gales who was going out to that game, and he was saying to me that he's never won a game in Ballina.
Never won a game.
Never won a game in Ballina. So that was quite interesting. That it was in the mindset that, you know, well, obviously he because he hasn't won a game in Ballina, he had it in his head and still hasn't won a game in Ballina.
Still hasn't won a game in Ballina.
Indeed.
And the Breffni League Division 1B also played on Sunday, round 1. Killygarry were taking on Crushlaw, and this one ended up in a draw match. It was Killygarry 1 goal and 11 points, Crushlaw 3 goals and 5, so 14 points apiece there down in Killygarry. I know Killygarry under the new management and selectors there, they've been training hard and they were all out for a win, but they came unstuck with goals, and again, goals win and draw games.
They do, and the goals can stop you from losing games. is the phrase we've always said on Gaelic Football Views. So it is. But two new managers there going head to head, Seamus Donoghue and Kieran Riley. So you know, I suppose they'll both be happy to have not been defeated.
Exactly.
In the first
exactly.
Round. The second game and last game also in Division 1B, there was only 2 games, saw Arva taking on Killishandra. This took place on Saturday because of the St. Joe's game Sunday, and Killishandra came out with a convincing win here. 2 goals and 14 points to Arva's 7 points. So that was an away win for Killishandra. But I would presume that both clubs said, well, look at neither of our under 21s will play.
Of course, yeah. You know, and Killishandra probably would be stronger without, stronger than Arva without their under 21s.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's shown. And a good win for the new manager of Killishandra, Damien Micky from Killygarry, which we were talking about last week. We were talking about the new managers, and I totally slipped my mind, but I knew that Damien had been.
That's right, and a good manager he is too. In fairness, he'll bring them on. I was talking to one of the Killishandra players, and things have gone well so far for them. So well done to Damien, and the best of luck for the year ahead. The Breffni League Division 2 saw round 1, Ballymacue were taking on Shercock. This was in Ballymacue, and Shercock come out with the win. It finished 1 goal and 7 points to Ballymacue, 2 goals and 8 points to Shercock.
And in the next game, Killincare took on Butler's Bridge. This one was down in Killincare, and it finished Killincare 10 points, Butler's Bridge 1 goal and 9. Damien, your first game with Killincare ended in defeat, but could have went either way.
Yeah, definitely could have went either way. We took off into a good early lead. I think we were 4 points to 0 up. We were 7 points to 2 up when Butler's Bridge got the goal.
Right.
Quite a fortuitous goal, a mistake on our behalf for it. So it was disappointing. That probably brought them into a game that we were in control of, and then they followed up with 2 points straight after that to leave it level at half time to 7 points apiece, 1-4 to 7. But second half, then the Bridge came out, took control for the first 15 minutes. They went 3 points up. We came back, drew level, hit a lot of wides, and with the very last attack, it was a 45. Noel McPhillips dropped it onto the square. Carlos Conlon caught it, turned and hooked it over the bar to pick up a 1 point win. So
it was that scoreline must be wrong then, is it?
It's actually 11.
Yeah, it was Killincare 11 points. Sorry,
yep.
Butler's Bridge 1-9. So 1 point victory for Butler's Bridge there.
That's
so
right. That's
early days yet, and it's good to get a good run out though at the same time.
Oh, that's it. Look, at lots of work to be done, but the lads are putting in a great effort, so they'll get the reward yet. The last game in Division 2 saw Belturbet at home to Munster Connacht, and it was the away team who picked up the victory here again.
It was. This game wasn't actually played in Belturbet. Belturbet's pitch was unplayable. It was played in Kildallan.
Oh, right.
And Kildallan were fixtured to play against Den, I think it was. Maybe not Den.
No.
Sorry, no, it wasn't Den. Kildallan were fixtured to play against a team whose pitch was unplayable. And because Kildallan had given their pitch to Belturbet,
They couldn't reverse
the fixture, because with all these Breffni League games, if one pitch is not playable, the other team has
to go to the reverse.
Exactly.
But Munster Connacht come out with the victory here anyway. 1 goal and 8 points to 1 goal and 5. So that's a good away win for Munster Connacht.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just have a couple of notes on that game here. I'll just look at the email here. And thanks again to
Niall, was it?
No, it was Mark.
Oh, Mark O'Rourke. Mark O'Reilly.
Mark O'Reilly. Sorry, I've lost that email now. I had it ready to go, and now I've lost it. But
can you remember anything that was on it?
Not really. No. I'll find it here.
This is
there
great
we
TV,
go.
by the way.
This is
great
live TV.
Live
Yeah.
TV.
No. Basically, the halftime score was 3 points apiece, and Munster Connacht come out and scored a goal and 5 without reply early in the second half. And it took J.O. scored a goal and 2 points, then dragged them back into the game, and
just not close enough.
Just not close enough. They had a couple of chances to try and draw level.
What have we got on the back of the board there?
Bring back J.O.
Bring back J.O.
There it is.
But what we mean by that,
did bring back J.O.
I think Belturbet.
Oh, yeah, but
what we actually mean by that, some people think that we're calling for them to be brought back onto the county team. We want them back in the full back line.
Oh, we want to bring the full back.
That's what we want.
Bring him back. Bring him
right back. Bring him right back.
Don't back. Flood the defence. Flood the defence.
Bring J.O. back.
Don't care how good he is at scoring goals.
Exactly.
He's always good for a goal. No, I don't want to hear that anymore.
Bring him back. Bring him back. Definitely. So that brings us on to Division 3 of the Breffni League. We're trying to get to it. There we go. Division 3 of the Breffni League, and round 1 saw Templeport taking on near neighbours Corla. Sounds like a cracking game here. 3 goals and 14 points to Templeport. Corla 12 points. Massive score in there.
Yeah, 23 points to 12. Now it is an 11-point win for Templeport, but in recent times Corla haven't managed to, put it up to local rivals.
But it's only 5 extra scores.
5 extra scores.
Granted they're goals, 3 of them were goals, but it's only 5 extra scores. So it was good scoring for Corla to get 12. That is a horrible close-up. Can you take that back out off me? I just don't like the head in it. That's not bad in fairness. I think it's Adrian McGovern is over Corla this year. I think I heard that during the week. So best of luck to him. And that's competitive.
Obviously with new management there.
And they wouldn't have had anybody missing through county. I don't think anyway. I think their county under 21s are. I don't think they've anybody left on the county under 21s yet. I know that Ben Kiernan and Liam Galligan were both let go of the under-21s.
Okay.
So they'd be a big advantage to Templeport in a game like that. So I'd say Templeport were almost or could have been close to full strength. So it's a good game anyway, good result for Corla to be competitive.
And the second and last game in Division 3 saw Shannon Gales taking on Knockbride, and this one ended up in a score draw. It was 9 points apiece. Both teams probably happy with that at the start of the season. You know, Knockbride in particular, who had a poor enough season last year, you know, would be delighted to be getting off the mark with a point already.
Definitely will. So that concludes the roundup for the Breffni League round 1. The next round of that is in 2 weeks' time, but there's a couple of games that were postponed that will be played this coming weekend. We'll bring you all those results next week on the show. We'll move on very quickly because Cavan are taking on down in Kingspan Breffni Park this coming Saturday night. It's the Alliance National Football League round 3.
Yep.
Cavan going to make it hopefully 2 wins and a draw, but they're looking to claim top spot, if even for the night.
Yeah, even for the night. But the main thing about it is this is a massive game for Cavan, in that if Cavan win this game, we're going to be hunting for promotion.
Yeah. So
we are definitely going to be hunting for promotion. We're going to be in the mix for promotion. You could lose your next game after that and still be in promotion. Yeah, well, if you lost it down, you know.
We have the table. We might just bring it up just to show there. As you can see, Galway are on top there. They have 2 games played and 2 wins. But then Cavan, Roscommon, and Westmeath. Cavan and Roscommon are joint them. We can't just exactly see the table on the monitor here, but Cavan and Roscommon are on 3 points. And then Westmeath have 2 points.
2 points.
And so have
Meath. The rest of the teams down as far as Kildare and Laois are both on 2 losses.
2 losses. So it means that if Cavan do beat down on Saturday night, they'll be top of the table, even if it's just for the night, because Galway don't play until Sunday. But
as you're alluding to already, it's just a huge game in that you could be dragged into relegation if you lost it. I don't think we would be either anyway.
No,
but you could be. But
if
you win that game,
you're looking up.
You're looking up.
Yeah,
you're definitely looking to see. You'd be looking at your last 4 games. 2 wins and a draw would probably get you promoted out your last 3.
Probably would.
4 games after that. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So it'll be good, and it's a winnable game. It's a team that we've played in the McKenna Cup already. So.
And we beat them last year in the McKenna Cup. We beat them this year in the McKenna Cup as well, convincingly on both days. I know that you've gone into National League, and they're going to be a different animal than they were in the McKenna Cup. But Cavan are as well, and definitely. Cavan are improving with every game.
Yeah, they are indeed. And from what I was actually told, Cian Mackey played for Castlerahan yesterday or Saturday, whenever their game was, so he's on the road to recovery. Hopefully he came through that all right, but he'd be a big plus to the Cavan team if
absolutely.
If he could come back.
If he's back playing ball with the club, it's not going to take that man long to get up to match fitness.
No, 3-4 weeks I'd say he'd be flying. So we just want to let everybody know about the Alliance League, the ticket discount that's available. With Cavan's first home Alliance League fixture on this Saturday evening at 7 o'clock in Kingspan Breffni Park, where we will play down. We'd like to advise supporters to purchase their tickets prior to midnight on Friday night to avail of a €5 discount being offered by the GAA. The discount is available for all Alliance League games in Division 1 and 2 of the football and Division 1 of the hurling.
Tickets purchased on the match day will be at the normal price of €15. Tickets are available from selected Centra and Super Value stores and GAA.ie and usual outlets, and tickets will also, of course, be available outside the grounds of Kingspan Breffni Park on Saturday evening. Also, get to Kingspan Breffni Park as early as possible on Saturday evening, because there's a lot of roadworks around the area here, down around Kingspan Breffni Park, College Street, Balnyar Road and stuff. So give yourself plenty of time to get to Breffni Park and get behind the lads on Saturday night. You
can also purchase them discounted tickets in the office in Kingspan Breffni Park up until Friday evening as well. So
I think that's a great incentive.
It is, and €10 to watch this Cavan team at the minute. Now that's a bargain. That is a bargain. That's value for money, and I've ever seen it. So we hope that everybody gets into Breffni Park and get out and support these boys, because they're playing great football at the minute. They're really putting in a good effort, and the style of football is lovely to watch. I have to say.
They brought it back to basics.
Yeah.
When the opposing team have the ball, you defend. Yeah. When you have the ball, you attack, and that's from 2 to 15 for both, for defence and for attack.
Yeah,
and move the ball fast. Don't give the other team
speed.
And one thing that's lovely to watch is the kick pass, because we have some fantastic kick passers on the team, the likes of your Martin Riley's, your Ronan Flanagan's, Cian Mackey when he's there,
Barry Riley,
you
have lots of them. There's any amount of them.
And when
you
see them, Darren McVitie as well, there, and when you see them kicking the ball, it's
a joy. Yeah. It's a joy, and in fairness, it's worth going in and see. So hopefully, a good Cavan support comes out Saturday night to get into Kingspan Breffni Park. Saturday will also see a very special day for Cavan GAA people in general, when Drumgoon clubman Egon O'Farrell becomes Tuchtaran Cumann Lou Class Gael at Congress.
One go, you've been practicing that one, haven't you?
Not big, kind just Gael. A Congress which is being held in the Slieve Russell down in Ballyconnell, which is brilliant a wonderful occasion. Again, the Slieve Russell, a great venue for it, but it's wonderful to see. Firstly, Egon getting. We've known this is coming for the last year, but it'll be nice to see.
No surprise to anybody.
It's no surprise, but it'll be nice to see him finally taking the reins and seeing what changes he wants to implement. And of course, he was on Louise's show last week on Cavan TV. Anybody who hasn't seen that can check it on the playback on cavantv.com. But so that brings us on. It's bringing us on a little bit too far. We want to let you know about the. Just 1 second now. We're getting carried away. The upcoming Cavan senior team will travel over to New York in April. Indeed. It's for the Mick Higgins Memorial Series. The Gaelic Athletic Association of the Greater New York, in conjunction with Cavan County Board, Cavan New York GFC, the Cavan County Association, the New York Ladies GFA, Gaelic Football Association, and the New York Minor Board has confirmed the lineup of games which will take place over the weekend of the Mick Higgins Memorial Series.
Take a break there. Gaelic Park will be the venue on both Thursday, April the 9th and Sunday, April the 12th, and it is hoped that the Gaels of New York will come out in the big numbers to witness a wide array of Gaelic football. So there's a lot of...
There is.
There's a lot of associations getting involved in this, as you just read out, and it's wonderful to see them all coming together, in the name of Cavan football.
That's it, and to remember a wonderful legend within the Cavan GAA, Mick Higgins. But the schedule is that on Thursday evening, April 9th, Cavan will take on New York in Gaelic Park out in New York, and that's at 7:45. But before that, the Cavan Intermediates, which are the Cavan New York Intermediates that won the junior championship in New York last year, they will take on Manhattan Gaels, and that's at 6:15 p.m. So that's going to be a great evening on the Thursday evening over in Gaelic Park. Yeah,
and then the schedule for the Sunday, which is Sunday, April the 12th, sees New York men taking on Cavan. That's the Cavan senior team. They'll be going over for. This is part of their the Cavan county team. This is part of their mid-season training camp, and they've been invited over to play New York, and that's going to be at 4:30 p.m. in Gaelic Park. And then the Cavan New York ladies will play a New York selection at 3 p.m. That game going on ahead, being the curtain raiser for the New York men versus Cavan.
Yeah, and then at 6 o'clock, so you have the New York ladies, the Cavan New York ladies taking on a New York ladies selection at 3 o'clock. Then at 6 o'clock, you have the New York boys Féile team will take on Delco Gaels at 6 p.m. And at 7:30 p.m. you have the New York Féile girls selection taking on St. Bridget's at 7:30 p.m. So it's going to be a great evening,
action-packed evening of Gaelic football.
Yeah, all the way through, and it promises to be an absolutely memorable event. So
I think the same weekend there might be boxing as well.
Andy Lee is fighting his world title, and maybe John Joe Nevin might be on the undercard now. That hasn't been confirmed, but that'll be a great weekend in New York. So look at. it'll be worth anybody who has the money to get over to that, because that'll be a phenomenal occasion.
Yeah.
And it also marks the 100 years
Anniversary
of Cavan GAA in New York,
Yeah.
which is an amazing achievement. And as we know, Cavan will be going all guns blazing to maybe win the senior championship over there. So
Exactly.
we wish them the best of luck. At halftime in the Cavan New York game on the Sunday, there will be games involving a number of minor players from New York.
I'd say it'll probably be kind of more of a skills thing or something like that.
Exhibition
style game or whatever at half time on the Sunday. So again, I'd say it's just going to be like the Gathering, except it's going to be the Gathering in New York. You know, that kind of
it'll be just brilliant.
Absolutely
brilliant. So that brings us on now to Cavan ladies, who were out on Sunday last in St. Lomans in Mullingar, and they took on Westmeath in their third game of the Tesco Homegrown National Football League of Division 2. They came out with another victory.
Yeah.
Finished 10 points to 5 points, which was a great result considering I think Cavan haven't beaten Westmeath in...
I think it's 5 years just going by this. They were beaten obviously in the intermediate final in 2011 by Westmeath, and since then haven't beaten Westmeath. I think it's 5 times in 4 years they've played them, or 4 times in 5 years, and haven't beaten them. I think they went in at half time. Just looking through it here. Oh yeah, it was the subs that changed the game for Cavan. In the second half, they brought on in the second half they brought on Aisling Sheridan, Katrina Twiggy Smith, and Rosie Crowe. Yeah, and apparently the 3 girls changed the game in the second half. Westmeath had drawn level. And then Cavan just pushed on. Rosie Crowe getting on the score sheet, Aisling Sheridan getting on the score sheet, and Katrina Twiggy Smith just playing really well when she come on. They're, as you said, they're top of the table now. They're level in points with Donegal, but there's a score difference of a point for and against. And that's
we'll see the table now in a couple of minutes, but we have some video highlights. I think we're nearly ready to go on them. Not just 100% sure, but there's a couple of minutes of video highlights from the game in St. Lomans. So we'll go with those video highlights now. That was me waving to Brian in the back room.
Hello, Brian.
Hi, Brian. It's a 3G pitch by the looks of it.
Lomans have a wonderful setup down there. They've got grass pitches, and they've got the all-weather pitch, the 3G pitch, and you can see there was a bit of a crowd around, you know, and this is a very youthful Westmeath team that was put out, a very, very young, fit team, and Cavan, you know, they had to battle for this win, which just shows the character of this team, you know, like when Westmeath levelled the game in the second half, you know, it was early in the second half when they levelled, and Cavan just pushed on and ended up getting them couple of points just to really push ahead and get the win. Cavan could have had 1 goal and 2 points in the opening 5 minutes of the second half, you know, and missed them. So to come back from that was brilliant. And you can see there the Westmeath girls.
Fine score on our left foot. But it's interesting to watch. There's a lot of numbers, Cavan players willing to work and get back into defence when needs be.
Yeah.
But again, lovely kick pass into space, well taken, beautiful run in there. And again, another kick pass. Looks like Grania Smith, I think. Looks like the run of her. Crossfield ball. Oh, well won. Is that Donna English? That's some good football. Oh, good score. Very patient in the build-up there. Excellent build-up by Cavan there. So we have the second half now.
Had their chances at the start of the second half, but I'd say this might be just scores. There's a push there in the back.
Given the free. Commend whoever's doing the video there, absolutely wonderful. Keeping up with the play and keeping the frame out so you can see a lot of the action. That's excellent video work.
You know, Cavan were leaving 5 points to 3 at half time, and Westmeath, you know, this is another chance here for Cavan, but that first free was Emma Morris from Westmeath scoring that, and Cavan breaking through here again.
One of the subs, this It looks like a free, but no, gets the shot away. Good score.
And that was Cavan's first score in the second half to settle things down. I think it was Geraldine Smith who got that one to put Cavan 6 points to 5 up.
That's a great run.
And this is Roisin O'Keefe, I think, who slept. Yeah, Roisin O'Keefe. Or that was Rosie Crowe getting that
Rosie
one.
Crowe, yeah, I think that's the third score now. That's the third score there that Cavan got in the second half.
It's actually, I think that might be the fourth one. I think that was Rosie's that made it 9-5 to Cavan, and this last one will be Aisling Sheridan's point to leave it.
That's some great work on the ball.
10 points to 5.
Who is that? Is it Roisin? That's Aisling Sheridan there kicking, I think.
Aisling Sheridan sticking that one over the bar for.
Great score.
Look, it's a wonderful win, and Cavan now, you know, as we said, they go to Down next week.
Yeah.
This Sunday.
That's more than likely Newry, I think.
Yeah, more than likely.
That's actually Aisling Sheridan there. That's the fifth score there, yeah.
He has them all in the wrong way, in the order.
Well,
but look, again, as we said, 10 points to 5, 3 wins out of 3 in the National Football League Division 2, and Down to come next in Newry on Sunday, 2 p.m. It's looking
the
like
reigning intermediate champions, so it'll not be an easy game. I know they haven't started terribly well in the league, as we'll bring up the picture of the table now in a minute of the Tesco Homegrown National Football League Division 2 table. But Down, they haven't started terribly well, but it still won't be an easy game. No,
it won't be an easy game. You know, as you said, they're the Ulster champions.
The All-Ireland Intermediate.
Sorry, the All-Ireland Intermediate, and obviously probably the Ulster Intermediate champions as well.
Maybe so.
But, you know, again, they're going to be strong. And, you know, it's going to be a local, well, not a local rivalry, but, you know, it's going to be a trip across the Down. And, you know, Cavan, they've got the wind in their sails at the moment, you know. Yeah. It'd be great if they could get this win.
We'll bring up the table there, and you can see Cavan are on top with 3 wins from 3. Donegal are in second with 3 wins from 3, and then it's Armagh in third with 2 wins and a loss. So Down, I think, are near the bottom of that table. We just can't see, but I'm pretty sure it's. Actually, I can't see. I can't see where Down is. There's no point in me saying
I think that actually could be Down that's up next after Armagh with 1 win from 3 games, you know.
1 win, 1 draw, 1 loss.
Yeah. Right. So, you know, they'd be on 4 points, so they would.
So Down are on the bottom of the table, I'm told. They have 0 points, I think is what I'm being signalled at the bottom. Down actually have no points at all, so they're the very bottom of that table. They're the only team that hasn't picked up a point.
Right.
So Cavan should be looking. Cavan should be looking. It should be one for Cavan to excel and push on. And you know, you would look at that and say that'd be 4 wins. You know, they'd be very close to promotion, and what an achievement that would be.
When you look at last year's, you know, they had such a tough year last year. They had 5 away games last year in the National Football League and 2 at home. And this year, you know, they've got 5 at home, I think it is, and 2 away. You know, so this year they've got a massive opportunity, and with the selection that they have there, and with the recent success at underage level as well, you know, it bodes well for this team.
It does, and wouldn't it be great for the younger players coming through to learn their trade in Division 1, not in Division 2?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So, look, best of luck to the Cavan ladies. Anybody who is around on Sunday, get up to Newry. Stay tuned onto the Twitter page. As soon as Cavan ladies tweet where and when that game is exactly, we'll retweet it on Gaelic FV. So look, we'll move on now then to.
And also, before we go on, we have our little piece that we do on the show each week with the ladies. Where
That's right.
We will be.
We'll be bringing a number of players again next week.
I'm sure. We didn't get them this week from the Ladies County Board, but we will have the profiles next week.
Exactly, because we know that people enjoyed that.
Yes.
We had comments that people enjoyed that feature on the show last week. So we'll move on now. So St Joe's, which of course is Arva, Killishandra and Drumlane, were taking part in the Bank of Ireland Ulster Under 21 club final up in Cregan. They were taking on Watty Graham's of Derry, who people might be familiar with. I think that they won the intermediate championship in Derry this year.
Right.
But I know for definite that they've won at least 3 in a row at minor Ulster clubs now, and maybe 4. This might have been the 4th. Watty Graham's beat Southern Gales in the minor club championship final on New Year's Day gone by.
Oh, that's right, yes.
And I think that was their 4th in a row. So that would mean that this under-21 team that beat St. Joe's at the weekend has done an Ulster club double, which is a phenomenal achievement.
Absolutely, yeah. At under-21 and minor level, that bodes well for
Wattie Graham
and for Derry.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it shows the dominance there that they have. But the final score was 2 goals and 11 points to Wattie Graham's and 7 points to St. Joe's.
Quite a convincing win as well.
Yeah, so we have a wee video here of the game, of the goals in the game and the presentation afterwards. So we'll roll to it. The right man at the right time getting the ball. There was no selfish play on it at all, and speed of attack. Just hard running and off the shoulder all the time, and just with the head up. Their head never seemed to be down on that move. And the second goal you'll see is pretty much the same.
Did Cavan play St. Pat's and Mahara in
yes, McRory Cup semi-final last year, and it looked like looks like Conor Glass there, but I'm not sure now at centre back. But I'm not sure if he's Wattie Graham's. I thought the same actually when I seen him.
Just was going to say that.
But I don't know where Wattie Graham's are exactly now, so it mightn't be him at all.
That's something that if anybody out there does
look at the movement.
This is brilliant. Yeah, the speed of. And the goalkeeper was unlucky. He did get a hand to it.
He got something to it because it seems to have deflected off him, but it was a well taken goal, but a great move. Speed of running off the shoulder, giving the ball to the right man at the right time. Absolute joy to watch, and that's the captain of Wattie Graham's lifting the cup. So thanks to Jerome Quinn, JeromeQuinnMedia.com for the footage of that game, and hard luck to St. Joe's. And it was double hard luck for one St. Joe's player. Kieran Brady lost the Trench Cup final on Saturday, and then had to go up to Belfast. So he had to go from Cork, where the Sigerson weekend was on, right the way up to Cregan, at the very north of Antrim, to play another final, and lost the two of them. So he had a tough weekend. But then last year, I think he won every final he was in. Yeah. So he's getting the lots of finals, and he's got the taste boat.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's got the taste boat now. So he has. So our commiserations to Kieran and all the St. Joe's team, and our congratulations to Conor Moyna.
Correct and right, yeah.
Who picked up a Sigerson medal with DCU.
I think he was the only Cavan player involved in the final.
I believe so.
He wasn't. There was nobody from UCD, was there?
No. Well, it was UCC.
Oh, it was UCC. Yeah, UCD in the semi-final.
That's right.
Sorry, it was UCC.
So congratulations to Conor, and you never know, we might get him on the show in the coming weeks, and he can tell us all about the joys of winning a Sigerson Cup.
He can indeed, and folks, that's been it for this week. We have had nothing else to, I suppose, comment on or talk about, or not even Damien's grey hairs. We won't talk about them today, but we'll get them next day, maybe.
They'll still be there. They'll still be there.
So that brings us to the end of this week's show. Remember, if you want to contact the show with your views, we'd be delighted to hear from you.
Yeah, you can email us by sending an email. You can email us at GaelicFootballViews@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook by searching Gaelic Football Views, or you can follow us on Twitter at GaelicFV.
Our thanks to the backroom staff there tonight. It's Brian Daly, as always, there in our ears, giving us a pep talk as we're getting along and making sure that we're fully up to date with what's happening in the control room.
He is indeed. So thanks to Brian, and my mind's gone blank with the second name. Anyway, thanks to Brian's assistant tonight.
So until next week, it's good night for me,
and God bless, and apologies.